Welcome to Tea and Cornbread, a conversation with Sean and Tracy, where warmth, wisdom, and community come together. Just like a good meal shared with loved ones, our podcast brings heartfelt conversations with incredible people who are making a difference.
We spotlight community leaders, change makers, and everyday heroes who uplift, encourage, and support those around them. Grab a cup of tea, pull up a chair, and join us as we share inspiring stories, real talk, and a whole lot of love. Because when we come together, we nourish more than just our bodies, we feed our souls. Welcome to Tea and Cornbread with Sean and Tracy. I'm Tracy.
And I am Sean.
We're hesitating, but it's okay.
It's all right.
It's another day. We come to you with a very special guest, Kaylin Green. We will get into why she's here and her journey. What we're going to do first is do our breathing. We'll read our affirmation for today, and then we'll get into our interview with Kay.
All right. And if Kay doesn't mind, like guiding us through the breathing?
Yes.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to breathe in.
Okay. I'm just sorry.
Yeah.
I have sage. We usually talk about which one. So I have sage today, and sage is great for the mental stability. It's great for the central nervous system. So that's what I need. That's what I have today.
Oh, I should have got that one for my nerves.
Okay.
I'll get that one after.
All right.
And you gave me transformation, and that does what?
And it's just that. Transformation is basically about, it's still the central nervous system, actually, because it has a blend of oils in it. And with the blend of oils, what it does, it just helps to regain or reset your mindset when it comes down to, okay, what is it that you're trying to do for encouragement, empowerment, things like that.
Gotcha.
Oh, perfect.
It was,
I got
Okay.
transformative.
I'm glad I
too.
got that.
All right. All
Okay.
right.
All right, Kay, we ready when you are, my dear.
All right. So we're going to slowly breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. We're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you,
All
Kay.
right. All right.
Thank you. I'm going to read really quick before we get started. Jesus is calling. Today is June.
June. We are in June already.
I'm on the wrong date.
June 8th.
June 8th. And it says, I want you to be all mine, filled with the light of my presence. I give everything for you by living as a man, then dying for your sins and living again. Hold back nothing from me. Bring your most secret thoughts into the light of my love. Anything you bring to me, I transform and cleanse from darkness. I know everything about you, far more than you know of yourself. But I restrain my yearnings to fix you, waiting instead for you to come to me for help. Imagine the divine restraint that requires, for I have all power in heaven and on earth. Seek my face with a teachable spirit. Come into my presence with thanksgiving, desire to be transformed. And didn't I just say I had transformation today? And we do not read these before. As you just seen, I was on the wrong doggone day. Listen, look at God.
There you go.
Look
Always,
at God.
always on time, always on time.
Yes, he
Absolutely.
is. So, my sister, before we get to our special guest, what did you do this weekend?
Oh, it was my anniversary yesterday.
Happy
Oh,
anniversary.
yes. Do tell. You went to
Yes.
dinner. How was the place?
Yes, the place was nice. The ambiance of it all was nice. It was called
Yeah.
Barcelona's in Fairfield.
Oh, I heard of that.
Yeah, it was good. The food was different, which was
Okay.
great, because it was something different.
Yeah.
But the vibe was nice.
Nice.
That place,
Nice.
it was a little spot. And let me tell you something. We loved it.
Nice.
We loved it. It was like, okay, we can come back here,
And happy anniversary to you.
Thank you. So
Yes.
that's what I did. We hung out, did that. What else did we do? What else did I do yesterday? We started our Seeds Planting Seeds summer
Oh, how did that
gardening
go?
program. That went well. Even it's rain or shine, people, because we have a shelter, have shelter to be
Yeah.
able to do it. And this program is Let me slow down. Our North End Co-op Market has a summer program called Seeds Planting Seeds for the youth to learn how to grow food.
That's awesome.
And we're doing it in conjunction with and partnering with Urban Fresh Garden, which is on Hill Street in Waterbury. And yesterday was the kickoff.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Even though it rained the whole day, right? They were able to plant some seeds, and he has this new method, which is really cool. And if you guys are interested, go to our website, northandcoop.com, to sign up or to learn more information about that. Alicia Pittman is the head of the program, and it was really good. That's what we
You
did
had a good
yesterday.
turnout? Did they have a good
Yeah,
turnout?
we did. We
Good.
did.
I blasted it and sent it all out to family, and everybody was inquiring. I don't know if they made it because I didn't touch base with them. But
Right,
if
but-
not, hopefully I'll make it before the season and bring one of them kids down
So
there.
it's going to be every Saturday, except for the holiday Saturday, the 4th of July weekend. I think is the only weekend that it's not. But
Okay.
every Saturday, if you're interested, just email us at necoop9@gmail.com. And yes, and we'll put the flyer up and
Anyway,
everything
okay.
in at the end of the
Good.
episode. So yeah, that's what
Exciting.
happened yesterday. I did that earlier in the day, and then we went to dinner.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. I'm glad
so
that
it was
the
cool.
parents brought the kids out.
Yeah, yeah, and they were
Yeah.
excited. I mean, they're putting, they're gonna be doing mushrooms. Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Nice.
It's gonna be crazy.
Nice.
It's a lot being grown over there on the other side of that fence. You would never know.
Yeah.
On Hill Street. Oh my goodness.
And you said there's
I love
correct me if I'm wrong, a petting zoo over there, or he has animals.
He has
Maybe
animals.
not so much a petting zoo.
Yeah,
but
he does.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
See, the little
Yeah.
things I didn't know. I didn't know that was over there.
I didn't know that.
Right,
either.
because it's on the other side of the fence. You don't know.
Wow.
If you're going past that fence, you won't tell. You couldn't tell.
Okay,
You know what I
nice.
mean? But on the other side of that fence, there's a humongous blueberry plant.
Mm.
I mean, humongous, and it's lush and it's big. I can't wait for those blueberries.
I can't wait.
She
to-
already tasting them.
Listen, I want to start, gardening, and we got a little garden in front of our condo, and I don't do much of that because the accessibility is horrible. So my fiance started to get into it, and he's so into
He
it.
loves
Nice.
it, huh?
I'm like, look at him watering the, like he is so into it. Oh, I forgot to water my flowers. I'm like, go water your flowers.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Nice.
So I'm starting. I'm trying to start plants again in my house.
Okay.
First got one. I don't even know what it was called. I got a plant, and it was actually for him. This was years ago, before my injury. And I bought one. I said, I'm gonna get this for his birthday. Indoor plant. Let's keep it like light, low key. So we brought it in. It died in a matter of like 2 weeks. I was so sad about it. I said, what happened?
Yeah.
The energy. You got to talk to him. You got to play music. You got to do
That's a
all that. It
lot.
really, no, think about it.
No.
Think
You do
about-
those things
no,
anyway.
I was about to say, you're on the
It's true.
phone.
You do those things anyway.
Or, you talk to yourself,
Yeah,
things
you're
like
right.
that. Talk to your plants. Talk to your plants. My mother used to do it all the time, and we used to think she was crazy.
Right.
Until,
Right.
but there is scientific proof that the energy that you give to plants by talking or even like the music and things like that, because they're living organisms.
Yeah.
They're living, you know what I mean? So if it's negative in the room or in the house, you could tell by your plants
I got a
how
new
your
one.
house is. There you go.
My aunt's
And
got
it's
me a new
growing
one.
now, right?
It's doing good. It's a low
It's
light
alive.
plant. It's still alive, and I'm watching it like a hawk.
No,
It
talk
says
to
it doesn't need a lot of water. This
Right.
one, like every couple of weeks, I said I can do that.
Yeah,
There you go.
right.
And so I sit by it. I'm just looking at it. Maybe it leaves a little bit of light here or a little bit of light there. Now I'm fixated.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
See?
You
want
gotta
this
talk
plant
to
Now
it.
you're on a
survive.
mission.
No,
You're on
you-
a mission.
that's what you're gonna say. You're gonna say you are alive.
You are alive.
I want you to grow.
You're gonna thrive.
Thank
You're gonna
you.
thrive.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
Thank you for being in my space.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what you gotta do. Just like we, have to talk to ourselves
Ourselves,
kindly.
yes.
Right.
You gotta talk to your plants the same way. And that's how they do, really, believe it or not. Music, if you play music in your house all the time,
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Just
Yeah.
give me the
Yeah.
energy I give you, honey.
Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
it.
So what did you do this weekend?
Oh, yesterday,
And you
40
were in-
plus,
I
we
saw the,
went to
article.
Bridgeport.
I saw a little article.
What
Go ahead. I'm
article?
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Listen. What
Your
article?
picture.
About 40 plus?
Yes.
My pictures
Yes.
in the paper?
No, I
No.
don't know about the paper.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway,
okay.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm like, wait a minute. Did they get my good side? No. I can't even worry about that because I hate the way my pictures come out. But anyway, yesterday we were in Bridgeport with the summit for the 100 Girls Leading. It was so awesome. I believe the lady that ran it is Bobby Brown. We represented for 40 plus. It was a great organization. I hope she invites us back. And even if she doesn't, I don't see why she wouldn't, but I'm just saying. Getting the girls out there jumping rope, and everybody's like, I don't know how to jump rope. I don't know how to jump rope. From 2 to 92. Like,
Right.
everybody says that until they get in the ropes.
Right.
Those young ladies, and we keep saying, oh, the kids are not jumping. Like, we used to go outside and just jump. They have it. Just like they could pick up this phone and
They were doing it.
operate it. They was
Yeah.
in there doing the doggone thing. So
Okay.
that was a great time. All the little vendors that were out there for the girls, giving back to the community. This is a great program that she has going on. Definitely is. The speakers, the singers, all black and brown women. Even the cops, and this is crazy, but the thing I noticed, the cops that were represented were us, and I love that. I love that. I'm like, that's right, representing on every aspect. They had a judge that was out there, and I do apologize because I don't remember her name, a mayor from another town that was black that was out there, and this is what our young girls need to see.
They do.
Right.
We are
Absolutely.
everywhere doing any and everything that we can. You know what I'm saying? They had different little drill teams out there, dance groups out there. It was just really a nice time. We got caught in the rain, and I thought I was gonna melt, but I stuck it out. Somebody said, "You ain't gonna melt." I said, "Girl, sugar, I'm gonna melt." So, but we had a great time. So that's what we did yesterday, and then we went and just had a little something to eat. Just congregating with the ladies from
Yeah.
40 plus, Springfield, New Haven, and Waterbury came together, and that's always an awesome time. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, that's what I did yesterday.
All right. I
Sounds a
missed
good
it
day.
again.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
But
keep
your,
missing
it
it.
was
It's
your
always-
anniversary.
It was my
It
anniversary.
was your anniversary, so
It's
that
all right.
tops everything,
Next year, we got next year.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is it
definitely.
yearly?
Yeah, this was her 3rd year.
Oh, okay.
And the funny thing, Kay signed up with her and her niece
Months
and
ago.
didn't make it, and I wish they
Ah.
would have because it really was a good time.
I told Trey, once she, trying to get her from the phone is hard, is a difficult challenge. Do you want to go to this, all girls thing? No, I don't feel like she's in her room watching
She's
YouTube.
doing her stuff, yeah,
Once she gets there,
It's a whole different story.
yeah,
she don't want to leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
She loves
How old is she?
being around. Charisma is going to
love
be
their name.
14. Yeah,
I love their name.
and it fits her.
It does. I love it.
It fits her to the. You met her, right?
Yeah.
Charisma. I call her Pootie, but my grandmother used to say, "Stop calling her that. That's
Yeah.
not her name." But her name is Charisma, and she just loves being around other girls, and she doesn't realize it
Right.
because when she's off that phone and she's with them, you got to see her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like
She
a bright
thrives.
light, yeah. And then all the other like the little girls follow her,
Okay.
and she's like that.
See, so she's a
next
natural
year,
born leader.
She
Well,
is.
she
Yeah.
lives up
She's
to her
going
name.
to be absolutely.
She lives up to her name.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's amazing. That's
It
amazing.
is.
I have to put it on my calendar so that there's no
Nothing else.
problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I have to do the same thing, but sometimes you have to move
next
stuff
year.
around because there's so many things going on. But I'm really glad that we attended it. It is an awesome event. It's not something that we could probably duplicate here, but maybe we need to have more
Something
girls
similar.
coming from
Yeah.
having it in our
a
own
girls,
neighborhood.
A girls event.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
And what I liked about it too, I was telling Kay earlier that no men were allowed. And I didn't even realize that until at the end of the program. And it was nothing against men, but it was to empower
for
these
women.
young
Yeah.
ladies, these
So the
youth.
police were all women?
Oh, they were all black and brown women.
Wow.
Yes. And that's what I
Intentional.
liked.
When you're
yes.
intentional about stuff,
Right.
no
Right.
shade to the men.
Nah.
None.
Okay,
None at all.
No shade to the
No.
men. But when you are intentional about
Yeah.
creating that space, you know what I mean, for women and for girls and whatever, it's like,
Yeah.
what?
Right.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. A man tried to enter, and she just politely told him, "No men, no men allowed today."
Yeah.
So, I ain't feel bad. I'm like, okay,
So, well,
it's
stop
our
it.
day. It's our day. Well, sometimes we need our day, like we do
Right.
when we go do our double dutch and
Our
you know
girls'
our
day, when we do a girls' day.
yes, our time away is just all about us, and that's what it was about yesterday.
All right
Very
with
good
that.
job, Robbie Brown.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes. We've been talking and talking, and we didn't
I
even
know.
introduce our guests.
Yes. Well,
We did not
go
introduce our
ahead.
guests, but I'm not gonna even read her bio. I'm gonna say what I know about her, and then you
Okay.
could. I know that you were a fitness guru, a great trainer, and you still are still a
I was
great
about to say,
trainer. You still
are.
training people. People still want to get in with Kay, and she got to put them with somebody else. No shade to anybody else, but this is what she does. Kay used to do bodybuilding back in the day.
Mm,
You are just a teacher.
I want to get into that.
You are just a teacher, nutritionist,
Yep. Nutrition coach.
nutritional coach. You know what? And just a great person
Thank you, Trey.
because we
I
have become
appreciate that.
friends
Yes.
outside of you being a trainer
Long time.
and a thorn in my side. But I love you anyway. But
Because she makes you move.
she makes
Because she makes you do
and she don't-
things.
you know what? One thing I will say, she's been slacking up on me. But when I
Trey,
don't need you to
see,
slack up on me no more.
Trey complains. when
And she lets me now. Before
but
you
she
didn't used to
does
let
the
me.
work. I'm fine with that. I'm used to that.
Just keep saying it, but that's as long as you're moving, I don't care,
As
right?
long as you're moving, Trey, say whatever you want to say to
Yeah,
me.
she does. But I love it. I love it. So,
You're a fitness guru yourself. You don't even realize
no, I
it.
don't have the bio that you have
do.
though. I don't have the bio. Sean,
Okay.
go ahead.
You want me to read
Go
it?
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So Kaylin is a certified personal trainer, nutrition coach, and content creator with a passion for helping others transform their health. No matter their starting point, as a paraplegic and former competitive bodybuilder, she brings firsthand experience in adaptive fitness and real life strategies for fat loss, strength, and sustainable eating. From gym workouts to everyday nutrition, she teaches people, especially women over 40, and those with physical challenges, that lasting change is possible with the right mindset, tools, and support.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Got to come
yes,
with the
yes,
right mindset.
Absolutely.
Yes. I want to jump in.
Go.
I
Yeah.
want to
Jump
jump in.
in.
When did you start,
Okay.
okay, in fitness to become the guru that you are?
Whoa.
All right.
Mhm.
And I remember earlier you said you had a accident.
I
Or-
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But when did you start?
Woo.
Because you look like you're younger than to be my child.
Ooh.
I know when she said over 40, I'm thinking you ain't 40 yet.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we celebrated your
Right.
40 last
Yeah, I'm
year.
about to say you look
Yeah.
like you're young enough to be my child. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Thank you. So I started my fitness journey. Initially started when this was probably like 2021 at the time, and that's when I first started it.
Oh.
I in high school I did basketball, that kind of stuff, but it really didn't last much. You know, it was middle school, high school, and then done with it. I was really never really good at the sports. So, and then like 2021, I was working. I was working at a group home, and at the time, I was just noticing that I was putting on weight for some reason. And, other people would be like, no, you look good, you're thick, blah, blah, blah. I didn't like it. I didn't like the body that I was in.
Okay.
So at that time, I said, I have to do something about this. And I didn't know what I was going to do about it. So all I knew was exercise. So I'm going to go run. I'm going to go for a run, and I'm going to do this every day. And I did lose the weight, lost all the weight. The only thing is I didn't have no muscle to go with it. And I wanted that look, right? So then I started doing my research on fitness and lifting weights and things like that. And that got me into going for my personal training certification. Okay. So I learned a lot from that as well. And then I met my fiance, who is actually a runner. So we were running. I showed him the lifting thing. We went to the gym together, and that was that. And then after that, I got into not even bodybuilding yet. It was me and my best friend at the time wanted to open up something.
Mm.
And she knew I loved fitness. She liked the business side. She liked fitness, but she liked the business side. So we said, why don't we open up something like a small studio?
At a studio,
You
yep.
do the business stuff. I'll be the muscle of the team. So we opened up a little studio, and it was 2015, and it was on Chase Avenue here in Waterbury. We had it for almost like 3 years. It was going on, and during that time, I got into some bodybuilding. I always loved how the body looked with muscle. I remember, and maybe this fitness thing goes way back. I remember I was in middle school, and you know how other people would draw, and other
You would draw
and
muscles.
artists. I would draw
With muscles on them?
instead of the sun in the corner. I would draw little muscle people.
Really?
I'm like, where is this coming from? And then I'm looking back, I'm like, that's where it started. So I always loved the anatomy of the body and how and physique and just everything about it. So I got into the bodybuilding. I learned so much from that time. Not only just fitness, but nutrition, because nutrition is important, especially when you want to, for your fitness goals, if you want to build muscle, lose weight, and stuff like that. So I got into bodybuilding. I had my first show. I placed second and first. Then I did another show, and I placed, I think it was second and third. And then my third show was in Boston, and I placed third. Then after that, our gym closed down. We closed down our studio. And I was looking for another gym at the time. Anytime Fitness was opening up. So I went into the gym, got a membership, and the owner said, we were talking. He said, didn't you have that studio down the street? I said, I did. And he said, are you looking for another personal training job? And I said, not really. I was working at a doctor's office, too. Not really, but, let me know what you got going on. So he said, we're looking for a personal trainer that can lead into a personal training manager. So I said, okay, I'll think about it. I went into the doctor's office. It was like 2 weeks. After that conversation, gave my 2 weeks, and I was at Anytime.
And that was it.
And
She loves it so much.
I do.
And you're so good at it, so.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I've been at Anytime since 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
2015.
And so when did you start just basically training women or your market or your expertise for women over 40? Because, like that's huge.
Yeah.
Especially now because things, people always, I'm getting older now, so this is why this is happening and this and that.
Yep, excuses.
But I know at 50 and over, you don't have to deal with all the things that they say you will get by the time you're 40 or 50 years old.
Yeah.
So when did you start like focusing more on women that are 40 and over?
I'm going to have to say probably leading up to my injury, and then when I got injured, because I'm 41 right now, and I'm just going to be real, like when I wasn't really thinking about that population until I hit 40.
Okay.
When I was 20, I was hitting that population. When I was 30, I was hitting that population.
Okay.
And that makes sense.
You know
that
what I
makes
mean?
sense.
Yeah.
I'm 41 now, and I'm starting to do more with the 40 and over.
Okay.
But when I got injured, and that was in 2019, I can tell you the story about how I got injured real quick.
Yeah.
So, I was having serious back pain for a long time, and I thought I did something in the gym wrong, of course. I never really got injured, though, when I was in the gym. So I said, maybe I deadlifted wrong, because it was always like a back issue, middle of my back. So I would work out, and the funny thing is I didn't feel the pain when I was working out. After at the end of the day, I would go up to the stairs, go up my stairs. I would have to, go to the middle and sit down. And my fiance would be like, you all right? And he would notice this. And I'm like, no, my back is killing me. I was in pain so much that I went to CVS and got one of those big bottles of ibuprofen. And I was just popping them like it was candy. And I said, no, something's really wrong. I went to the doctor, and he ordered physical therapy. I said, okay, we'll do physical therapy. Physical therapy didn't work at that time. And then I let him know that he gave me medication. Okay, got a medication. The medication's not working. Something stronger than ibuprofen didn't work. Sent me to physical therapy again. All right, there's no imaging. You know, I asked for
I was
imaging.
just about to say,
I asked for
nobody
imaging.
even looked at your back? Didn't touch your back?
No X-ray, no nothing.
Wow.
Nope. So I cried to him. It was tears. Like, there's something more than just a back pain. I know my body. And I said, can I get an MRI? He said, your insurance is not going to allow you to get MRI until you do this amount of physical therapy.
Oh, my goodness.
So I went back, got physical therapy, and this time I had a female that, noticed some symptoms that I was having. And she said, like in the 6th session, she said, are you feeling any better? And I said, no, I kind of feel the same. And she said, you know what, you have like some of the symptoms of my best friend, and my best friend has MS. And when she said that, I was like, oh my God. I was like so scared. She said, but don't worry about it. But don't worry about it. I'm going to talk to your doctor. She talked to my doctor, and she's the one who got him to get me that MRI. So it was like 2 days later. It was after boot camp on a Saturday. I went straight there, got that imaging. I waited in the waiting room longer than I was in the MRI. The MRI was in there for 90 minutes because they had to do full brain all the way down.
Right.
And I was like, what's going on? I said, can I leave yet? And she said, did your doctor call you? I said, no. My phone was off because I was in MRI. Looked at my phone, whole bunch of calls, looked at my voicemail, listened to my voicemail. She said, call me back. Called her. And she said, Kaylin, you have to go straight to the ER. You have a tumor. It was like the size of a sausage link.
Wow.
Taking up my spinal cord. And that was giving me symptoms. So it was lower back. I would get like brain shocks. It would like, sorry if this is TMI.
No.
I would like I would go to the bathroom. I knew I would have to go to the bathroom, but it was hard to initiate a stream. So it was messing with my neurological system. Okay. Got the MRI, got the tumor. They said, we can't do nothing with this over here in Waterbury Hospital, right? We got to send you to Yale. Sent me to Yale. 5 days later, I had the surgery to take out the tumor, and I woke up paralyzed from the chest down. Couldn't move anything. And I didn't know what was going on. I said, okay. And Yale could have did better in explaining before and after.
Well, you know what they was practicing.
That's it.
That's not nice, but that was-
University has,
Yeah.
training people. But
Yeah.
for the longest time, I was mad at myself for not doing more research on a surgeon that could do this type of work and not just getting anybody.
But you didn't know.
But I didn't know.
You
And
didn't
at
know
the
what
time,
was
I
going
was
on,
like,
and they didn't know either. They're like, "Oh, just send her to surgery."
Yeah.
Let me shut up.
Let's get this tumor. And you know what it was too? It was like, it was, I was mad, but at the time, I was scared too.
Of course.
They said if they didn't take it out, I could have lost my arms and I could have been a quadriplegic. So I'm like, take it out.
Right.
Let's just take it out. They took it out, got the spinal cord injury, didn't know at the time. They shipped me to inpatient rehab, and there they got me up on a walker. So I was standing. I was moving. My toes started to move and things like that.
Nice.
So got me up, standing up. My physical therapist he was the man, because he put me through a boot camp. Oh, we gonna get you walking.
Because we know he knew
I was
who you
getting
were.
ready to
He didn't
say,
even know who you were, but he knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. He didn't know who you were, but he knew.
Right, because they
Right.
have patients there that,
Won't do nothing.
they won't do nothing, and they fall into a depression.
Yeah.
I was with stroke patients. I was with people who had traumatic brain injuries, and I get it because I was there, But at that time, I was so into fitness, and at that time, I didn't know this was going to be lifelong. So I was like, all right, let me push, and he got me up on that walker, and ever since then, I've been trying to make my way into unassisted walking, and if I don't get there, I'm okay.
But you're doing
I'm
it.
okay.
You're determined.
Yeah, but I'm not okay without trying.
Trying.
Right, without
Right.
trying.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
What they say, nothing beats a failure but a try.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.